Well, I saw Abdullah the Butcher almost decapitate an Indian in Lethbridge, the city of Lethbridge, Canada. Abdullah was the main event, but this was the second match on the card, and I saw him uh, 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 cut this Indian, and they gave the Indian $15 for the match, and Abdullah showed me his blade. He used like a popsicle stick, and he would tape the blade to the popsicle stick. And I was watching him, and I just watched him, and he went out there at the second match, and when he got in the ring, he just grabbed the Indian and he just started slicing this Indian's face up and his neck and his shoulders, and my God, it was like manslaughter. And 30 seconds later, it was over, and we went back to the locker room, and I get back there and I see this Indian standing there, covered with blood from his head to his wrestling boots, literally covered in blood, and he was a dark-skinned Indian, and he was starting to turn white from losing blood. And I said, this guy is going to die. You people better call, they didn't call them paramedics back then, it was just an ambulance. I said, you better call an ambulance because this guy's going to die. He's going to lose all of his blood. And so they did. They did call an ambulance, and they stopped the bleed. They wrapped him up while they waiting for the ambulance. He was covered with this blood, and I said, Butcher, Abby, I said, why'd you cut this guy up so bad for? He's a Coleman. I had to get my heat. Get my heat, baby. I had to get my heat. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, I'm in the main event. I said, and he said, me cutting up this Indian put some heat on me. And I said, well, yeah, you better hope the guy doesn't die because you'll go to jail for murder. He just laughed at me, and so it was literally a massacre that I watched before my very eyes. I never had seen anything like this. It was chilling. It was absolutely chilling just to see him stand in this ring and start slicing another man. It was like something you'd see in a movie. It was like an assault, like maybe the mafia is going to kill you or something, a hitman. And it actually kind of scared me a little bit, you know. And Abby just laughed it off. He says, "I got to get my heat, Coleman. I got to get my heat." I said, "Well, you got the heat all right. Let's just hope the guy doesn't die." And so he didn't die, and as they were the ambulance crew were putting him on the gurney and all wrapped up in towels, they stuffed the $15, his payoff, underneath the towel, underneath his head. Oh, here's your $15, and that was the last we saw of the Indian.